Welcome back to our channel. This channel is all about numismatic. You know, as old as gold, if you have one of these, you are very lucky. Let's start this.
What if I told you that a simple 1999 D. Thomas Jefferson nickel could be worth not just a few bucks, but millions? Yes, you heard that right. Right now, in the pockets of ordinary Americans, hidden inside dusty drawers or old piggy banks, there could be a rare nickel so valuable, it could change your life forever. And most people don't even know they have it. If you've ever dreamed of turning pocket change into life-changing wealth, stay with me until the very end, because I'm about to reveal everything you need to know to determine if you have this hidden treasure. But be warned, if you skip even a second, you might miss the one key detail that could mean the difference between cashing in big or walking away with just 5 cents. First, let's take a step back. The 1999 D. Jefferson nickel, minted in Denver, was an ordinary coin at first glance. But within this batch, something remarkable happened. A minting error so rare, so unusual, that collectors today are willing to pay millions for the right one. Now, you might be wondering what makes this nickel so special? Well, it all comes down to one word: errors. A few of these nickels left the mint with mistakes, double strikes, off-center designs, or even missing elements. And collectors? They love a good mistake, especially when it's worth a small fortune. So before you dump your change into the nearest vending machine, maybe check that nickel, it might just be worth more than your car. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Not all 1999 D nickels are valuable. The key is knowing exactly what to look for. So grab your change and follow these steps. Step 1, check the mint mark. It should have a bold D under the Monticello design on the back. Step 2, look for doubling. A rare double die error will show slightly overlapping letters or numbers. If your nickel looks like it's seeing double, congratulations, you might be holding something special. Step 3, examine the strike quality. Some of these rare nickels have a weak or missing Monticello design due to minting issues. If your nickel looks like it's fading away, don't panic. It could mean big money. And finally, check for full steps. If the steps of Monticello are completely visible, without wear or missing lines, that means it's in pristine condition. And collectors will pay a fortune for that level of detail. So you've found a potential gold mine in your pocket. Now what? You don't want to rush into selling it for pennies on the dollar. You need a strategy. Step 1, get it professionally graded. Send your nickel to PCGS or NGC, trusted grading services that will authenticate its value. Step 2, compare recent auction prices. Websites like Heritage Auctions or eBay's sold listings will give you an idea of what buyers are actually paying. Step 3, contact serious collectors or auction houses. Private collectors are willing to spend big for rare finds, especially if it's a one-of-a-kind error coin. And here's the crazy part, one of these nickels has already been sold for over $4 million. Imagine that. A single coin, worth more than a luxury home, a Ferrari, or an early retirement. But here's the shocking reality: 99% of people will never even check their coins. They'll walk past a fortune, never knowing what they lost. Don't be one of them. So, here's what I need you to do right now. Go check your change, grab that 1999 D nickel, and inspect it carefully. If you think you have something special, get it graded. Do not make the mistake of selling it too soon. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because I've got more hidden coin secrets that could be worth millions. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. And speaking of rare coins, there's another coin hiding in your home that might be worth even more than this nickel, but that's a story for another video. What if I told you that a simple nickel, yes, a 5-cent coin, could be worth a life-changing fortune? Imagine waking up one day, checking your old coins, and realizing you're holding a tiny treasure worth millions. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, keep watching, because today we're diving deep into the rare 1995 P mint mark Thomas Jefferson nickel, a coin that has shocked collectors and changed lives. And no, this isn't one of those "I found a coin, I'm quitting my job" kind of stories. Well, actually, it just might be. Now, before you go running to your piggy bank, let's break this down. Not every 1995p Jefferson nickel is valuable, but the right one? It's a golden ticket. A rare minting error or specific condition could catapult its worth from pocket change to a jaw-dropping payday. But wait, what makes this particular nickel so special? And why are collectors willing to pay small fortunes for it? The hidden rarity, what to look for. The truth lies in the details. There are three major factors that determine if your 1995p nickel is just another coin or a millionaire maker. And the third one? It's a deal breaker. So stick with me. First up, errors. The US Mint produces billions of coins, but mistakes happen. Double dies, off-center strikes, and missing elements, these errors create rarity. A certain batch of 1995p nickels had a unique die issue, making them exceptionally valuable. Think of it like a factory error on an expensive sneaker, but instead of cool bragging rights, you get life-changing money. Next, condition. A well-worn nickel in your pocket won't make you rich, but an uncirculated, mint condition one? That's where the magic happens. Graded coins with high ratings from PCGS or NGC can skyrocket in value. And here's the kicker: if you have one of these coins and don't take the right steps to protect it, you could be throwing away a fortune without even knowing it. Lastly, demand. The coin market fluctuates, and right now, interest in rare nickels is booming. High net worth collectors and investors are willing to spend absurd amounts on rare finds. In fact, one of these rare 1995p nickels recently sold for, wait for it, over $1 million at auction. Yep. A single nickel. More valuable than a Ferrari. Let that sink in. The biggest mistake that could cost you everything now, here's the part that most people get wrong, and it's $1 million mistake. Some people unknowingly spend their valuable coins or sell them for a few bucks without realizing their true worth. If you do this, you could be handing away generational wealth. How to check if you have a fortune in your hands? So, how do you know if you have one of these rare coins? Here's what you need to do. Step 1, check the P-mint mark, located just to the right of Jefferson's bust. Step 2, inspect for errors, look for doubling, misprints, or off-center designs. Step 3, get it graded. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and value your coin. Collectors are on the hunt, and prices are climbing. Don't wait. Check your change jars, old collections, and forgotten drawers, because you could be sitting on $1 million treasure without even knowing it. And if you do find one? Well, let's just say, I'll be expecting an invite to your celebration party. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, and drop a comment below if you think you might have one of these hidden gems. Who knows? The next millionaire could be you. Imagine waking up one morning, digging through an old jar of coins, and realizing you're a millionaire. Sounds crazy, right? But what if I told you that a simple 1989D Jefferson nickel, yes, the one you might have tossed aside, is worth up to millions of dollars? Before you dismiss this as another too good to be true story, let me tell you something: rare coins have changed lives before, and yours could be next. But here's the catch: not every 1989D Jefferson nickel is valuable. Only a rare few have the secret characteristics that make them worth a fortune. Do you have one of them? Stick with me, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for. ACT2, the mystery, what makes this nickel worth a fortune? Let's dive in. What makes a simple nickel explode in value? 3 key factors: minting errors, condition, and demand. Let's start with minting errors, the golden ticket in the coin world. Some of these 1989D nickels were struck with major flaws: double die outbursts, off-center strikes, or even missing letters. Collectors and investors? They go crazy for these, and here's where it gets thrilling. A rare 1989D nickel with an error once sold for a mind-blowing 6-figure sum. Yes, 6 figures, more than some luxury cars. But there are rumors, whispers in the numismatic community that an even rarer variation could be lurking out there, worth millions. And it might be in your collection right now. Dramatic pause. Let the suspense build. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but how do I know if I have one of these rare gems? Don't worry, we're about to break it all down. But first, quick question: when was the last time you actually checked the nickels in your pocket? Exactly. ACT3, the payoff, how to spot, verify, and cash in. Okay, now that you're on the edge of your seat, let's get practical. Here's how you find out if you're holding a small fortune. Look for mint errors. Grab a magnifying glass. Check for doubled letters, missing features, or even a slightly misaligned strike. Check the coin's condition. The higher the grade, the higher the value. A flawless, uncirculated 1989 D nickel? That's where the big money is. You get it verified. Don't trust just anyone. Professional coin grading services like PCGS or NGC will authenticate your coin and assign it a grade that could multiply its value exponentially. Sell smart. Don't just take it to your local pawn shop. High-end collectors, online auctions, and rare coin shows could be your ticket to life-changing cash. Pause. Music builds up now. Here's the real kicker. There's a possibility that an ultra-rare, never-before-seen mint error nickel is still out there, yet to be discovered. Could you be the one to find it? Time is ticking, and rare coin values are only increasing. Don't be the person who had $1 million coin sitting in a dusty drawer only to find out when it's too late. So, here's what to do next. Go through your old coin jars, check your collections. If you find something interesting, get it appraised ASAP. And most importantly, subscribe for more rare coin discoveries that could turn pocket change into a fortune. Imagine this: you reach into your pocket, pull out some loose change, and bam! You're holding a small, seemingly ordinary nickel. But what if I told you that this little 1988 D. Thomas Jefferson nickel could be worth more than a Lamborghini, a beachside mansion, or even an early retirement? Yes, you heard that right, millions of dollars for a 5-cent coin. Before you dismiss this as just another coin video, let me tell you, this is not just any nickel, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why collectors are paying life-changing amounts for it. Stick around, because you might have one of these rare gems hiding in your home right now. Alright, let's unravel this mystery. The 1988 D nickel, produced at the Denver Mint, wasn't supposed to be special, until a major mistake happened. You see, in the world of coin collecting, errors mean money. And in this case, a unique minting error turned an ordinary coin into a priceless masterpiece. Collectors discovered that a tiny detail on some of these nickels, yes, a detail most people overlook, skyrocketed their value. Zoom in on a coin's reverse side. I'll reveal this game-changing detail in just a moment, but first, let's talk about why this coin is so rare and why collectors are battling over it like gladiators in an auction arena. And no, before you go grabbing every nickel you've ever touched, let's be clear, not every 1988 D nickel is worth millions. But the ones with this specific feature? Jackpot. Okay, let's get to the million-dollar question. What exactly makes this nickel worth a fortune? It all comes down to one thing: the full steps designation. You see, on the reverse of the Jefferson nickel, there's a tiny architectural detail on Monticello steps. When a nickel is struck perfectly, these steps appear clear, distinct, and uninterrupted, known as full steps. But here's where it gets wild. Most 1988 D nickels were struck with worn dies, meaning the steps are weak or barely visible. However, a few rare specimens came out with full, crisp steps. And when I say rare, I mean only a handful have ever been found in pristine condition. In recent years, some of these 1988 D full steps nickels have fetched over $1 million at auction, turning their lucky owners into overnight millionaires. And here's the real kicker: many of these valuable coins were discovered in pocket change. By now, I know what you're thinking: how do I check MY nickels? Well, let me break it down so you can see if you're sitting on a hidden fortune. Step 1. Check the date. Look for 1988 in the D mint mark, found just below Jefferson's ponytail. Step 2. Examine the Monticello steps under a magnifying glass. Do they look crisp and fully detailed? If so, you might be in business. Step 3. Condition matters. The highest prices go to nickels in mint state, MS, condition, meaning no major scratches, discoloration, or wear. There's another version of this coin with a different, even rarer die variety. If you see doubling on the letters or a shifted design, you could be looking at an ultra-rare double die 1988 D nickel, worth thousands more. So, do you have one of these life-changing coins? Imagine turning a nickel into a house, a luxury car, or a 7-figure bank account. But here's the catch: these coins are disappearing fast as collectors snatch them up. Don't let yours go unnoticed. Check your change, visit your local coin dealer, and if you find a full steps 1988 D nickel, get it graded immediately. And if you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe for more rare coin secrets, and drop a comment below. Who knows, you might be the next big winner in the world of rare coins. Could you be holding a small fortune in your pocket right now? Imagine this: a single nickel, minted in the year 2000, is sitting in your coin jar, but what if I told you it could be worth up to $1 million? Yes, you heard that right. A 5-cent coin that could change your life forever. Before you dump your spare change at the bank, let's talk about the 2000p mint mark Thomas Jefferson nickel, a seemingly ordinary coin hiding an extraordinary secret. You see, in the year 2000, something went terribly, or should we say, wonderfully wrong at the US Mint. A rare error variation was produced, creating a collector's dream and an investor's goldmine. And no, this isn't just a story your grandpa made up to make you go through his old coin stash, this is real. So what makes this nickel so special? And more importantly, how do you know if you have one? Stick with me, because the next few minutes might be the most profitable time you've ever spent. First, let's break down what you need to look for. Not every 2000p nickel is worth a fortune, but the rare variations? Those are the ones that could set you up for a wealthy future. The most valuable versions have critical errors, off-center strikes, doubled dies, or a dramatic misalignment of the Monticello design. Miss this, and you could accidentally spend a rare nickel on a pack of gum, effectively throwing away thousands, if not millions, of dollars. Can you imagine the regret? Collectors and investors are on the hunt for these right now, which means demand is skyrocketing. The longer you wait, the harder it will be to find one still in circulation. At this point, I bet you're eyeing every nickel you've ever touched. Don't worry, you're not alone. So, what do you do if you find one? First, verify its authenticity. This is where coin grading services like PCGS or NGC come into play. They'll assess your coin's condition and confirm if you're sitting on a jackpot. Once verified, you have two powerful options: hold on to it as an appreciating asset or sell it to eager collectors willing to pay top dollar. Imagine the possibilities: a dream home, financial freedom, traveling the world, all from one little nickel that most people overlook. So, now the million-dollar question. Could you be holding one of these rare 2000p nickels? The answer might be sitting in your pocket right now. Go check your change, look through your old collections, and if you find one, act fast. And if you want to know about other rare coins worth a fortune, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because you won't believe what other hidden treasures might be lying around your house, waiting to be discovered.
Imagine checking your pockets, your drawers, or your old coin collection and discovering a coin that could change your life, worth a staggering $1.2 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, that's exactly what happened to one lucky person who owned the 1998p mint mark Monticello Jefferson nickel. And guess what? It could be sitting in your collection right now. Stay tuned, because you might just find out that you've been holding on to a hidden treasure this whole time. Let's set the stage. In 1998, the US Mint produced millions of Monticello Jefferson nickels, a regular coin that, to the naked eye, seems no different from any other nickel. But here's where things get interesting. While most of these coins are worth just a few cents, there's a rare anomaly, one that could make you incredibly wealthy. Here's where the mystery starts. The 1998p mint mark Monticello Jefferson nickel that's worth $1.2 million was created in a way that no one expected. It's all about the die error. You see, a mistake at the mint led to a specific number of these coins being struck with a major flaw. And when you find one of these error coins, well, you could be holding a small fortune in your hands. Now you might be thinking, but how would I even know if I've got one of these rare nickels? Well, that's where things get a little tricky. You see, the 1998p nickel error coin has a distinctive feature. The design on the reverse side, which features the Monticello building, appears much more worn out than normal. If you look closely, you'll notice a faint ghosting effect on the structure, almost like it's fading into the background. This is the telltale sign of an error coin. Take a look at this comparison. On the left, you have a standard 1998p nickel, no big deal. But on the right, you see the error coin. Notice how the Monticello design is completely different. It's almost like the building is haunting the coin, right? If you've ever stumbled upon one of these, you're sitting on a potential gold mine. Just imagine, you go to a coin shop to sell this old, worn-out nickel, and the dealer looks at you like you're crazy for even trying to sell it. Then they see the error and bam, they hand you a check for a cool million. Not bad for a coin you probably picked up while paying for that last cup of coffee. But here's where the plot thickens. This coin is not just rare. It's almost mythical. In fact, finding a 1998 mint mark Monticello Jefferson nickel in this condition is like searching for a needle in a haystack. Let me break it down for you. The U.S. Mint produced a staggering 3.7 billion Jefferson nickels in 1998. But only a fraction of those were stamped with the error, making them incredibly scarce. Out of those few, even fewer have survived in pristine condition, and that's what drives the value up into the millions. But here's the kicker. There's no clear number on how many of these coins still exist. That means every time one of these error nickels is discovered, it's a surprise. And just when you think the market has seen all of them, another one pops up, proving that your coin could be the next big find. Now, some of you may be wondering, how do I sell it? Who buys these rare coins? Well, here's the truth. Serious collectors, coin dealers, and auction houses are constantly on the lookout for rare coins, especially ones like this. A simple Google search will show you that these nickels have been sold for eye-watering sums at major auctions. Just imagine how it would feel to watch someone fight for your coin, because that's exactly what's happening behind the scenes. And if you're thinking about selling, let me tell you this: timing is everything. The longer you wait, the less likely it is that you'll get the top dollar for it. Markets fluctuate. The demand for error coins goes through the roof at times when they're discovered in large quantities. Right now is the time to cash in. But what if you're still skeptical? I get it, this all sounds too good to be true. You might be thinking, there's no way I've got one of these rare nickels lying around. But let me ask you, how much do you really know about the coins in your collection? A few pennies here, a couple of dimes there. Have you looked closely enough? Okay, I know what you're thinking. I've checked my change so many times, I'm basically a human coin machine. But listen up, one small oversight could cost you millions. Here's the thing, the coin market is hot right now. If you're holding on to these rare pieces, there's no better time to take action. I can't stress this enough. If you don't know the value of the coins you're holding, you're leaving money on the table. And we're talking about real, life-changing money. So here's what I want you to do after this video. Take a moment to gather up your old coin collection. Examine every coin. Do some research. Check with a professional. Because just like that, you could uncover a treasure that could make you a millionaire. Remember, time is ticking. Don't let the opportunity slip through your fingers. Thank you for watching. If you want more tips on how to spot rare and valuable coins, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out. And if you've got a rare coin you think could be worth something, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your stories. Imagine digging through your coin jar or finding a dusty old nickel in your change, only to realize it's worth over $1 million. No, this isn't a fairy tale, and you're not dreaming. Right now, hidden somewhere in your home, could be a coin that can transform your financial future overnight. I'm talking about the 1996 Monticello Jefferson nickel. Yes, that little coin you've probably overlooked, could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.3 million. Stick around, because I'll show you exactly why this coin is worth so much, and more importantly, how you can find it and sell it for a fortune. Don't blink, or you might miss out on life-changing money. Ready? Let's dive in. Now you might be asking yourself, how could a simple nickel from 1996 be worth more than my car, my house, even my vacation? Well, it all comes down to one simple thing: rarity. And in the world of coin collecting, rarity doesn't always mean something is old. Sometimes it just means it's rarely seen or hidden in plain sight. So let me walk you through this. The Monticello Jefferson nickel is a classic design, first minted in 1938, featuring the iconic Thomas Jefferson on the front and his famous Monticello home on the back. But here's where it gets interesting. In 1996, the U.S. Mint accidentally produced a very limited number of mint-marked nickels with a slight defect, a rare variety of the 1996 Monticello Jefferson nickel that could make you instantaneously wealthy. What makes this coin so rare? It has a specific error, The mint mark on these coins was incorrectly punched. While most of these nickels were made with a regular P mint mark, a very small number were mistakenly struck with a missing or double mint mark, or sometimes, a mint mark that wasn't supposed to be there at all. It's this subtle mistake that makes these nickels so highly sought after by collectors. This mint error means one thing: value. Not just a couple of dollars or even $100. No, we're talking about hundreds of thousands to millions if you find the right one. But don't get too excited just yet. Finding it is the hardest part. Okay, now you're probably thinking, how do I even know if I have one of these $1 million coins? Great question. You're not alone. Many people have no idea the coin they're holding could be a goldmine in disguise. So here's where you need to pay attention. It's all about the details. You'll need to examine your 1996 P Monticello Jefferson nickel with a fine-tooth comb. Yes, that's right, get out the magnifying glass because that's how you'll spot the differences. Check the mint mark closely. Is it unusually faint? Or double-stamped? Is it off-center? These are the kinds of details that can separate a 25-cent nickel from a $1.3 million treasure. Now, let's be real for a second. Not every 1996 P nickel is going to be worth millions. Only a small number of these have the right errors. But don't let that discourage you. Even if you're not holding on to one of the rare ones, there's still plenty of value in old coins that may be hiding in your change jar. But, and here's the kicker, if you do find that golden ticket of a nickel, it could be your ticket to financial freedom. Think about it, one coin, a simple nickel, could be the key to unlocking a life you've only dreamed of. Imagine the possibilities: a new house, that car you've always wanted, or even early retirement. Or you could always just buy a massive pile of chocolate and make your own little treasure chest. But hey, I know you'd prefer the $1 million option. Alright, let's talk about the real money: selling your rare coin. This is where things get serious. Once you've identified that your 1996 P Monticello Jefferson nickel could be worth big bucks, you need to understand how to sell it. Timing and approach are crucial here. The first step is to get your coin appraised by an expert. This is not the time to rely on random websites or vague guesses. Professional appraisers will evaluate your coin based on its condition, rarity, and error. Some of these coins have sold for over $1.3 million at auction. Yes, $1.3 million for a single nickel. How many of us can say we have that kind of money just lying around? I certainly can't, but here's the catch: selling it properly is key. Do not just take it to the local pawn shop or a general coin dealer. Seek out specialists who deal in rare coins, especially error coins. There are coin auctions where collectors go crazy over rare coins like this. If you want to sell your coin for top dollar, this is where the magic happens. The right auction house can attract serious buyers willing to pay top prices. And here's something else you need to know: timing matters. The market for rare coins fluctuates. What's worth $1 million today could be worth even more tomorrow. Or, it could fall flat if you wait too long. The urgency is real, my friends. If you've got a valuable coin, don't wait. The time to sell it is now. Here's the truth: you could be sitting on a fortune and not even know it. But the window to capitalize on these rare coins isn't forever. The longer you wait, the more you risk losing out on your chance to change your life. Now, I don't want you to miss this opportunity. If you have a 1996 P Monticello Jefferson nickel, or any rare coins, you need to start checking them today. Don't let this chance slip through your fingers. The life you've dreamed of could be closer than you think, and don't worry, I'll guide you through every step of this journey. But before I go, let me ask you one final question. Is this the moment you start your journey to wealth, or will you let another opportunity pass by? Stick with me, because in my next video, I'm going to reveal some of the other rare coins you may have lying around that could be worth even more than you imagined. You won't want to miss it. Trust me. A small, ordinary-looking coin tucked away in your change jar could be the key to a $1.4 million payday. Yes, you've heard that right. A 1981 P Monticello Jefferson nickel, a coin you might dismiss as worthless, recently shocked the collector world with its jaw-dropping value. Could you have one of these $1 million nickels sitting right under your nose? Or maybe under your couch cushions. Let's face it, who hasn't found something weird down there? But what makes this particular nickel worth as much as a mansion? Let's take a journey back to 1981, a year when MTV debuted, Pac-Man ruled the arcades, and yes, the US Mint quietly produced one of the most elusive treasures in American coin history. Now, this wasn't your average Jefferson nickel. A minting anomaly in Philadelphia caused an incredibly rare double die error, a striking flaw that creates double details on the coin's surface. This wasn't just any error, it made the coin a must-have for collectors. But here's the kicker, spotting one of these coins is no easy feat. The signs are subtle. The doubling is on the lettering of Monticello and 5 cents. Blink, and you might miss it. Which begs the question, have you checked your nickels lately? And here's where things get really interesting. You don't just need to find the coin, there's one key detail that separates a $1.4 million nickel from the rest. What is it? Stick around, and I'll reveal this crucial factor in just a moment. Alright, let's get to the million-dollar question. What makes this coin so valuable? It's all about condition. The 1981 P nickel that sold for $1.4 million was graded a stunning MS-67 by PCGS, the professional coin grading service. That's museum-level preservation, people. We're talking no scratches, no wear, and a shine that could blind you. But don't worry, you don't need a perfect coin to make serious money. Even a less pristine 1981 P double die nickel can fetch thousands. Feeling excited yet? You should be. But here's the thing, time is of the essence. The market for rare coins is booming right now, with collectors willing to pay top dollar. Tomorrow? Who knows? You finally decide to check your old coins, and what's this? You've been using $1 million nickel as a poker chip during family game night. Talk about bad luck. But here's where it gets urgent. I'll tell you exactly how to get your coins authenticated and sold for maximum value, so don't walk away yet. Because this next step could be the difference between a life-changing windfall and, well, just another nickel. Gather every nickel you can find from 1981. Don't stop at just the change jar. Check drawers, wallets, even your car's cup holder. Remember, you're hunting for the Philadelphia Mint mark, P, and that elusive double die error. Get your coins graded. Trust me, this step isn't optional. The PCGS and NGC are two top-tier grading services that will authenticate your coin and determine its value. And finally, step 3, list your coin on a reputable auction site like Heritage Auctions or contact professional coin dealers. These are the people who can connect you with serious buyers and maximize your payday. So, are you ready to take action? That dusty nickel in your pocket could transform your future, turning financial stress into the freedom to live your dream life. Don't let this opportunity slip through your fingers, literally. Start searching today, because the next millionaire coin could be waiting for you to discover it. Your journey to wealth might just start with 5 cents. Are you ready to change your life? If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who might also have hidden treasures in their pocket change. And remember, success favors the bold and the informed. You're rummaging through your spare change or that old jar of coins in the attic when suddenly, you come across something extraordinary. Could this unassuming nickel in your hand be worth a staggering $1.3 million? Yes, you heard that right, $1.3 million. One ordinary-looking 1989 P Monticello Jefferson nickel has turned heads in the numismatic world, and it could be hiding in plain sight, in your collection. By the way, when was the last time you actually looked at your nickels? I mean, honestly, we usually just toss them in a jar like a Netflix password we'll never need again. But this time, it's different. Stay tuned, because in the next 10 minutes, I'll not only tell you why this coin is worth a fortune but also how you can uncover hidden gems in your own stash. Spoiler alert, you might already be sitting on a gold mine. And if you're not paying attention, you could let millions slip right through your fingers. Literally. Let's take a quick journey back to 1989. The US Mint was bustling, producing millions of coins each year. But not every coin came out the same. The 1989 P Monticello nickel is special, not because it's rare to find, but because errors during minting made certain coins incredibly valuable. Imagine striking gold, only it's nickel. And unique markings around the Monticello building. Now, don't go whipping out a magnifying glass just yet, unless you already have one, in which case, kudos to you. You're ahead of the game. But here's where it gets fascinating. Why does this particular nickel fetch millions while others end up in vending machines? The answer lies in a mystery that collectors have been trying to solve for decades. And yes, I'll reveal it, but first, the answer is demand. Numismatists, serious coin collectors, are always on the hunt for unique, mint-condition errors. And when the right buyer finds the right coin, prices skyrocket. In 2021, one of these nickels fetched an incredible $1.3 million at auction. Imagine what that could do for your bank account or retirement fund. But here's the catch: these coins don't last long on the market. Time is of the essence. The sooner you search your collection, the better your chance of striking it rich. Feeling the urgency yet? Good. Because I'm about to give you a quick checklist to identify if your 1989 P Monticello nickel is the one. Look for the mint mark P. Check for errors like doubling or die cracks. Examine the condition. Pristine coins fetch the highest prices. And hey, if you don't have one, maybe it's time to casually ask Grandma about that coin jar she's been hiding since the Reagan era. But wait, what if I told you there's another coin, one even more common than the 1989 nickel, that could be worth millions too? I'll reveal all in my next video, so hit that subscribe button now. Don't miss it. So, what are you waiting for? That dusty jar of coins in your attic might just be your ticket to financial freedom. But only if you act now. Don't let your future slip away. Happy hunting, and remember, the treasure you seek might already be in your hands. Imagine holding a coin worth $1.1 million. A small, unassuming nickel you might have found in your pocket change decades ago. What if I told you that this tiny piece of metal could change your life? But there's a catch: most people don't even know they own it. Could you be one of them? Stick around, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for. Because time is running out, let's rewind to 1962. It was a time of innovation, change, and, as it turns out, one of the greatest mysteries in American coinage history. The Jefferson nickel, minted between 1938 and 2003, was a workhorse coin of its time, used daily by millions. But in 1962, something unusual happened. A batch of these nickels, minted in Philadelphia, lacked the usual mint mark. These no-mint mark coins slipped into circulation unnoticed, or so everyone thought. Fast forward 6 decades, and one of these elusive nickels made history by selling for an astonishing $1.1 million at auction. Let that sink in. One nickel, more valuable than a brand new Lamborghini. Now, let's pause for a second. Before you start tearing apart your sofa cushions or eyeing your grandpa's coin jar, hear me out. Not every 1962 nickel is a jackpot. But if you do find one with the right characteristics, well, let's just say your next vacation might not involve coach seats. So, what's the secret sauce? What makes this particular Jefferson nickel worth more than some houses? First, it's all about rarity. The 1962 no-mintmark Jefferson nickel wasn't intentionally produced. These coins are the result of a fascinating minting error, making them incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. Second, condition is king. The $1.1 million coin wasn't just rare, it was pristine. Graded as approved 68 by professional numismatists, its flawless appearance added significantly to its value. But here's where things get even more interesting. There's a growing demand for these rare coins, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar. So, how do you know if your nickel is the real deal? Don't worry, I'll break it down for you. First, grab any 1962 nickels you can find. Look for the mint mark, or lack thereof. A true no-mint mark Jefferson nickel should have a clean, unmarked space under Monticello on the coin's reverse side. Next, assess its condition. Coins with scratches, discoloration, or wear are less valuable. If you think your coin might be a contender, it's time to get it professionally graded. This step can be the difference between hundreds and millions of dollars. And let me ask you, when was the last time you really looked at your spare change? I mean, you might have already spent your fortune on a pack of gum. Kinda scary, right? Once you've confirmed its value, there are two main options: sell it privately to a collector or consign it to a major auction house like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. Remember, timing is crucial. The market for rare coins is red hot right now. Waiting too long could mean missing out on life-changing money. Every coin has a story, and sometimes that story can be worth millions. Don't let your treasure sit unnoticed in a dusty drawer. Start checking your coins today. You never know what you might find. And hey, if you're serious about uncovering hidden wealth in your pocket change, make sure to subscribe. I've got even more stories about rare coins and insider tips that could lead you to your next big find.